I think a lot of it's backswing. I think when you can make that backswing as long as possible, but also without leaning, that right there. And that allows you to let the arms fall. It's when this gets that way, when the right shoulder then comes. And that's when it's hard to find the ground in the same spot. Backswing runs right up as it should. Get to the top. There's a little bit of this like lean, and this is probably the start of it. So I think somewhere in here, we're gonna have to start figuring out how do we get to the top without this little lean, because it's the next piece that really starts showing up, which is that. Yeah. That right shoulder wanting to dive on top. And we see that look in transition. Mm-hmm. So to right about here, I'm a fan. So let's call it left arm parallel. So the first 2/3 of your backswing. Yeah. What we got to figure out is how to go basically from left arm parallel to left arm parallel. We pretty much have to figure out how do we go from this part to this part productively, not lean throw with the shoulder, right? Lean through, and that's what's happening. Mm-hmm. So we got to figure out how to go from left arm parallel to the top, back to left arm parallel without this shoulder just diving on top. Let's go figure it out. Go ahead and get set up for me. So we're going to use the insider to help with the transition piece. Okay. We're actually going to use this to help you understand where the top is productively. Yes, and I want that to touch, because what I want you to get used to is how do I touch it without having to lean towards it, right? Yeah. So I want you to focus, touch, and then we're gonna come down. So up, touch, go. Ooh, that's hard. Do it again. I think we need to add a layer to this. Up, touch, fall, go. This idea of how do you go up, touch, fall. Up, touch, fall, go. We got to learn how to do that without the body just absolutely going. Up, touch, fall. Up, touch, fall. Oh, see what happened? Where did you want to fall them? Out. And we got to figure out how to get them to what will feel like more down. Do it again. Up, touch, fall. Yep. Up, touch, and go. Now, what part of the club did you just hit? Nope. Extreme toe. So think about when you've been going this way, you have to get back to the ball. So what have you been doing? Pulling it in. That's why you just hit the extreme toe of the club. Up, touch, fall, touch, go. Ooh, that hit off the toe again. Come take a look. So this is not an abnormal thing that people do, right? They get to the top and they start trying to hit it with their right shoulder. And so the idea is, how do you keep your right shoulder, we call it down and back, right? See how it stayed back? Yeah. Right? Just stayed back right there. Watch this again. It stayed back. This is this guy, hands are at the belt. Difference in what your body's doing. Yeah. It's like, it's super contorted, and right? We're over here, you let these arms fall just a little. Here comes the club, and then how are you going to figure out where the face is from there? Yeah. But over here, it's, I mean, good night. It just doesn't look comfortable. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And you can see you're trying to make up with it, trying to do your best Guy Scheffler, and you're trying your best to like manage like a lot of things that are good long term. But it's like, how do you get that move? How do we figure out how to do that to start the downswing and not this? Yes. that. This is the move we have to get rid of. This like right shoulder tug pull. Because there is no other sport where that's productive. Name me another sport where like if I came up to throw a ball, I'd go.
Yeah. Right.
No, you stay this way for as long, you stay closed as long as you can. Right. And then you do it. Like I said, once you get down, you can go as much as you want, but how do you get your arms underneath that pad? Keep going. Right there, and just let them fall. Yep, perfect. So where are you hitting the ground? Way early. Your calibration of where your strike is has gotten a little off. So, balls on the red and the white, okay? Don't hit the board. Good, do it again. Like that's way better. I mean, how much better of a quality of strike is that? About the same thing coming out every time now. Got a little off on that one. How are you going to find that strike point? The same every time. That was pretty good. Yeah, love it. I think a lot of it's backswing. I think when you can make that backswing as long as possible, but also without leaning. That right there. And that allows you to let the arms fall. It's when this gets that way when the right shoulder then comes. Yeah. And that's when it's hard to find the ground in the same spot. Really good. So what we said was you had this tendency to be pretty good to right about arm parallel. And then we'd start seeing the chest lean. You'd follow that up with the right shoulder, and then you were just throwing everything, trying to find the golf ball. And what we learned was this might be the most important part. But we also learned that when this got better, there's also this little piece where this didn't really separate anymore. It just all started moving a little bit more towards the target. And that helped you to stay off the back of the board. Yeah. And then you started getting it. Then you started finding the middle of the face every time. Right? And yeah, sometimes you still lean, but man, it got better and better as we went.